After the camera stopped, YuLong's secret confession to Mei shocks everyone. The lights had dimmed. The audience applause had faded into a low hum. And somewhere behind the glittering curtain of fame, after the camera stopped rolling, something unexpected happened. Because that night, what began as a cheerful variety show ended in one of the most unforgettable confessions the entertainment world had ever seen. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't planned. It was raw, honest, unfiltered. And it came from YuLong. Hold on tight, K-drama family, because this journey is only just beginning. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The revelations, the emotions, the moments that will change everything. The moment before the storm. The night was meant to celebrate the finale of their hit drama, a story that had made millions laugh, cry, and fall in love with their on-screen chemistry. YuLong and yangmeimei had just finished an interview together, playful banter, inside jokes, that signature spark that fans adored. But as the lights dimmed and the host thanked the audience, YuLong didn't move. He just stood there, quiet, staring at the ground, visibly nervous. Yangmeimei, sensing something off, leaned in with a gentle smile and whispered, "You okay?" And that's when it happened. The confession. The microphones were supposed to be off, but just one was still live. YuLong lifted his head, his voice trembling slightly. "There's something I've wanted to say for a long time." The staff froze. Yangmeimei blinked, confused. And before anyone could stop him, he spoke again. "I don't know when it happened. Maybe during filming, maybe before. But somewhere along the way, I stopped acting." Her expression changed. A soft gasp, the kind of shock that comes when your heart knows exactly what it's hearing, but doesn't want to believe it yet. "I meant everything," YuLong continued. "Every look, every line, every scene. It wasn't just the script anymore. It was me, it was real." A silence fell across the set so thick, you could hear the sound of his heartbeat through the mic. The crew reaction. The director, frozen behind the monitors, didn't dare move. The cameramen exchanged glances, unsure whether to record or cut the feed. No one spoke. No one breathed. Because they knew this wasn't a performance. This was truth, unfolding right in front of them. Yangmeimei's eyes filled with tears. Her lips parted, trembling as if words wanted to escape, but couldn't. Then she whispered softly, "YuLong, why now?" And he smiled, the kind of quiet, broken smile that carried years of unspoken emotion. "Because I couldn't keep pretending anymore. Not on screen, and not in real life." The cut and the aftermath. The director finally signaled for the lights to cut, ending the broadcast. But what happened after became the moment everyone talked about. Witnesses said YuLong took a step closer, not caring that the entire crew was still watching, and simply said, "I love you." Yangmeimei stood frozen for a heartbeat, and then turned away, hiding her face in her hands. Whether she cried from shock, confusion, or emotion, no one knew. But what was clear was that the moment wasn't meant for the cameras. It was a confession born out of exhaustion, a love that had been hiding in plain sight for far too long. The world finds out. Of course, secrets don't stay buried in the world of fame. A backstage staff member leaked the raw audio, shaky, muffled, but unmistakable. And within hours, the internet exploded. Hashtag YuLong confession. Hashtag yangmeimei reaction. Hashtag not scripted. Millions replayed the clip again and again. The raw honesty, the trembling voice, the silence between them that said more than any dialogue ever could. Some fans were heartbroken. Others were overjoyed. But all agreed it was real. One comment summed it up perfectly. "You can fake chemistry. You can fake smiles. But you can't fake that." The day after, neither YuLong nor yangmeimei appeared in public the next day. Their agencies released no statements. Their phones went dark. But behind the scenes, insiders whispered of what truly happened. "He went to see her," one crew member revealed. They talked for hours. No shouting. No tears. Just honesty. Rumor has it when he left that night, she walked him out, and before he got into his car, she said one sentence that changed everything. You didn't have to confess on stage, YuLong. I already knew. What followed? In the days that came, their fans noticed small changes, subtle, delicate signs that something had shifted. Yangmeimei began wearing the same silver bracelet he always wore during filming. YuLong was spotted leaving her agency's building late one evening, his expression calm but glowing. And though neither confirmed their relationship, every photo, every glance, every word they shared afterward felt charged with quiet affection. The industry reacts. Producers, directors, and co-stars couldn't stop talking. It's rare to see something that pure, one actor said. We're used to staged love, but this was real-life cinema. Talk shows replayed the leaked clip with dramatic commentary. Some called it reckless. Others called it brave. But everyone agreed. The chemistry that once fueled their fictional love story had finally burst through the screen and become real. The return of Yangmeimei. She entered the studio dressed in soft beige, hair pulled back, her eyes calm but distant. The audience rose to their feet in thunderous applause, not out of curiosity, but respect. Everyone could feel it. This was not going to be gossip. This was truth. The host welcomed her gently, her tone careful, knowing the entire nation was watching. You've been quiet for a long time, Mei Mei. People have waited to hear your side of what happened that night. Are you ready? Yangmeimei smiled faintly, her eyes glistening, not from fear, but from the weight of memories she'd carried too long. Yes, she said softly. It's time. I didn't expect him to say it. The host showed a still frame, YuLong's confession moment. That trembling voice. That look on his face. Yangmeimei's lips quivered slightly as she looked at the screen. I remember that night so clearly, she began. We just finished filming the final scene of our series. Everyone was laughing, celebrating. And then suddenly he stopped smiling. She paused, took a deep breath. When he started speaking, I thought he was joking at first. He always did things like that, teasing, dramatic gestures. But when he said, I stopped acting, I knew this wasn't part of the show. Her voice wavered. Honest, human. I didn't expect him to say it there. Not in front of everyone. But I could see it in his eyes. He meant every word. The moment the cameras cut, the host leaned in gently. What happened when the cameras stopped rolling? Yangmeimei's eyes lowered. He walked toward me. I could barely look at him. I was shaking. He said, I love you, and I didn't know what to do. The world was watching, even though the lights were off. A faint, bittersweet smile appeared. I turned away because I was overwhelmed, but the truth is, my heart had already answered long before my words did. The audience went silent. I already knew. He said I didn't have to act anymore, she continued softly. But what he didn't know was that I wasn't acting either. Her words hit like a storm, quiet, but powerful. I think I realized my feelings halfway through filming. He made everyone laugh, took care of everyone on set, but when it was just the two of us, he became different. Softer. More real. And I fell for that version of him. Her hands trembled slightly as she spoke. I didn't say it that night because I was scared. Not of him, but of what would happen next. In our world, love is fragile. It can destroy careers, contracts, reputations. I didn't want to ruin him. A tear slipped down her cheek, and the camera caught it, glistening like a confession of its own. But yes, I already knew. The final moment. As the interview ended, the host asked her one final question. If YuLong is watching this right now, what would you like to say? Yangmeimei looked straight into the camera, her voice steady, but filled with emotion. You once said you stopped acting. So have I. Let's write the next scene together. But this time for real. The studio fell silent. Then the audience rose to their feet, applauding not an actress, not a star, but a woman who chose love over fear. And so, after months of silence, the truth was finally spoken, not in whispers, not in rumors, but in her own words. In a world built on illusion, YuLong and yangmeimei reminded everyone that even under the glare of fame, love still finds a way to be real. Because sometimes the most powerful stories don't happen on camera. They happen after it stops rolling. And this was one of them.